Choice is coming to a dealership near you. One election night result, and things are about to get real. There's some changes on the horizon. Will we see some V8 horsepower wars again soon? Maybe. I don't know. But let's look at the facts. Roll the intro. Welcome back to Beyond the Lens Productions. Coming at you today with a video on some of the changes that are on the horizon for the automotive world. Now, I try to make my videos as non-political as possible. However, I think I'd be doing you guys a disservice if we didn't discuss this, because these items are about to change things a lot. And I'm sure that it's creating a lot of buzz in the research and development departments at Ford and GM. Maybe Stellantis, I don't know, maybe they'll get the head out of the sand here and maybe they'll realize that they need to change too, but we'll see. So they've already stated that they're going to be rolling back CAFE standards. There's probably a lot of people at the EPA that are a little bit nervous about their jobs and what's going to happen. Now, there's also already been some changes made that are going to affect the CAFE standards. I mean, mainly the Chevron deference decision that came down a couple of months ago. I will place a card up here for you guys if you haven't watched that video that'll kind of explain some of the details of that. Some notable political figures have come out and stated that California is no longer going to dictate what the emission standards are going to be for the rest of the United States. Now, I'm sure up here in Canada as well, there's a lot of people watching this very closely because whatever happens in the US typically is going to happen here as well, mainly because the United States is one of Canada's biggest trading partners, and really you can't change one thing here without changing it over here as well. So we're going to see. What does it mean for the consumer? Well, I think the first and most important thing is it's going to be choice. This is what I've been talking about all the way along here, is that people need to have choice. People hate being told that you need to buy A because of this, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not saying that anybody shouldn't buy an electric car. If that's what turns your crank, go buy an electric car. I don't care. However, I've also been stating for a long time that subsidizing them and giving huge tax credits is a big mistake, because I think we are living in a free market society and people should, be allowed to buy what they want, and the market should dictate what companies are building. If these people suddenly want to buy electric cars, well, let them. That's fine. No problem with that. But if they want to buy gasoline powered vehicles, they should not be penalized for that as well. Pretty simple. Now, if you cut back on some of the emissions mechanics on gasoline powered cars, you're going to lower the cost of these vehicles, especially on diesel powered vehicles. There's a lot of emissions nonsense on them that are costing consumers a lot of money. So take away the tax credits from the EVs, let the markets decide. Guarantee the sales are not going to go up, because that's not what people really truly want to buy. People want an exciting vehicle. Are the V8 horsepower wars going to heat up? I'm going to bet yes. Because with the loosening of some of these regulations, it's going to allow car companies to go back to building what the consumer wants, not what the government wants. which I think is a huge win for the consumer. I've been watching a few videos on this too, and this seems to be the prevailing consensus on most non-left leaning channels, websites, what have you. I know that EVs aren't going away, and I don't think they should, because there is a segment of the population out there that wants them as well, and people should be allowed to go and buy those as well. If that's what you want, go buy it. Have at it. But over at Ford and GM, I'm going to bet that their research and development department is already gearing up for some exciting things. I bet you they probably already had some in the works that may have been shelved due to some of the regulations that have come up in the last few years. But it wouldn't take too much to dig those up and bring some of those to market again. And what are we going to bring out? I don't know. Are GM going to bring back a high horsepower pony car? Are we going to up the power in the diesel engines while allowing people to have the high horsepower, high torque with fuel economy? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. So, yeah, pretty exciting news for the automotive world. And like I said, I've tried to make this as little political as I can. So, but sometimes the two cross over, business and politics. So, anyhow, Ford, I want to bet is going to be a step ahead of even GM, because I think Ford has been playing this whole thing a lot safer. GM hasn't been doing too bad. They've been kind of sitting on the fence a little bit, but they did go, I think, a little heavier into the EVs than what Ford has. So it'll be interesting to see what transpires in the next couple of years there. I mean, obviously, this isn't going to change overnight because research and development for vehicles takes a fair length of time, but I'm going to bet you that they have some stuff shelved, like I said, and they're going to be pulling those out from the archives and maybe bring us something pretty exciting. So we'll see what happens. What do you guys think? I'd be interested to know. Leave me a comment below. Tell me what you think about this whole thing. Are you excited that we're going to be having choice coming back to the dealerships again and possibly lowering the cost of vehicles? I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited. So we shall see what happens. What do you think is going to happen? Let me know. And if you like this video, please let me know below. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel so you will get notified of any up and coming videos that I'm bringing out. How are you guys liking the Camaro series so far? I know you guys really enjoyed the Grand Prix series, so hoping you guys enjoy the Camaro series just as much. Anyhow, I hope you guys all have a great day.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.